Righto. That's all done. It's interesting, I guess, once you've got the back section off, what to expect, but everything, everything there is to be expected, I suppose. So I just got to just clean that up, and I've tapped them out. I just tapped them out to 10 mil. They were imperial fine, so might as well just go something normal. So yeah, I just got to clean up, fine tune these cuts all the way along here, under there, down here, and there, and then just trial fit the new Crossmember base plate or face plate, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I might. It's interesting that that bit of a setup. So basically, it's just obviously some strengthening for the your towing. So it's like an offset setup, and you can see the outline of where it's been. But obviously, it's a packer to sit onto there, and that's sits in there like that. So I guess when the bolt is put through, it actually clamps that together, and the same in there. But I might end up putting some cross tubes through and putting some plug welds on the outside just to tie it all together. Similar to that, but probably a bit stronger than that. So there you go. Like I said, there's no reason why I have to replace the whole cross member because it's intact. I did finish, put that piece in before, tidied that up, and you can see that I've drilled all the way through for venting. It is a bit high, but I mean that was really the only place I could get it done. Same in here. You can see where I've come through there and there, and fix that piece up as well. And plus I had to put another piece in here. That was that piece that was pretty rusty. But I have found another bit here once I needle gunned underneath. You can see where the needles came up, so that chalk outline, I'll cut that out and replace that, and yeah, get cracking. But that's a fair bit of progress to what we're trying to achieve, so which is a new rear cross member and a modified tyre swing arm, because I'm not a fan of the wheel on the bonnet, and definitely not a fan of the wheel on the door, because they're heavy tyre, and the hinges are just the original hinges just can't handle it. So I mean, I could buy one off the shelf, but yeah, I've got, I guess, I've got the software to draw it up and machines to cut it out. So yeah, anyone can just buy all the gear and bolt it on. So yeah, it sort of takes the pleasure out of it, I guess. Obviously cut the rear plate out, clean cleaned everything up. Like I said, I actually did weld them a section back into these, but I thought it'd just be easier. Plus, it'll look better if it's a full plate, so I cut the one that I welded in and cut it off. Just put these new stiffeners in. So basically, I've put these pipes in as cross tubes and allowed for the 6mm plate, and also pack this out again because it had a packer on the other plate that I cut off. So cleaned everything up, and I've added these are those plates I was talking about that will pick up the plug weld for the back or the rear face. So I think two there, another 2 and 2. So I'll fit it up because I'll weld it out now. Make sure that they're all aligned, I guess, with that pipe. So basically, the pipe is the edge of that front face of that pipe is pretty much the front face of the rear crossmember face. So yeah, so I'll put the crossmember face in and we'll see how it fits. Righto, that's all fitted up. These 4 holes, obviously gal provisions for the gal bar for it to vent all the way through the chassis. These 4 holes here are just the plug weld holes to pick up those angles I just showed you. And these 4 are for the rear tow hitch assembly. And basically they're the original set out for the new tow hitch I'm going to fit to it. Again, vents and yeah, plug weld provision. So basically the plan is I'll end up just putting some sort of blank cap in there and just glue it in with some polyurethane or something just to block that off. So so it looks I guess aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and yeah, basically you pull them out if you want to do the chassis a blowout or whatever. So I've checked that for straightness just with adjusting that clamp in and out, and I actually shimmed it, put some shims in there just to get that this face right. So what I'm aiming is to be flush with that face of that pipe, and look, it's probably within a mil, and I'm pretty happy with that. I've just checked it there for straightness, and it's really good. The bottom's good, but I'll just get a longer straight edge just to go from there to there to check that that's perfectly straight, so I can manipulate it, tack it into place. So yeah, I've still got this one to cut out, and yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Righto, it's all tacked in, plug welded it, still got a couple more to go. There and there, tacked it all in position. Checked it, the straightness. So basically, we're straight and true across the back. So the plan is that this plate, it'll sit in between those locators. So that's going to be the tow hitch assembly. So it'll be offset by about 50 mil. We'll weld some plates. This will get trimmed down, obviously, to fit on that plate, and then it'll be tacked off 50 mil. And the reason is because I won't be able to get bolts. I'm going to be flush to the top, or flush to the bottom of the crossmember, and it's going to foul my bolt. So if I bring it out and put my offset away from those holes, I'll still be able to bolt it, and obviously there'll be another plate welded to that, same as that, and that way I can bolt it through, do it up, and get this galvanised as an individual component. And I guess these are just here to locate that. You know, if you ever got any slop in the holes, because I did fuck that up. But basically, you can see that the original, well, that's the original. Obviously that's the top, that's the bottom. So don't ask me why, but Landrover decided to put 90mm centres and 100mm. So when I made this, I put it wrong way. I put the 100 to the opposite side. So basically, I think it's 100 to the bottom, 100 centres to the bottom, and 90mm to the top. So a bit of a pain in the ass, but I'll be able to recover through that easily. It's not going to matter, but will look a bit ugly, a bit unprofessional, but everyone makes mistakes, and that's just part of doing it. When I drew it, because I drew it upside down, I detailed it upside down. So anyway, I can overcome that. And like I said, those are just there to locate that on, bolt it straight, so you know when the tow hitch is on, because there's a little bit of slop in there now, it's going to stay exactly where it should be. So I'm ready to weld that out.